Hi, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to show you how to make a zucchini potato bake from plantbasedonabudget.com. If you have a mandolin, I recommend using it because we're going to do a lot of slicing today. We're going to be slicing 3 zucchinis and 3 potatoes. This one comes from my garden. You can see it's a little bit funky looking, and with your mandolin, move it to 1/4 inch and start slicing. Make sure you watch your fingers. And if you have a large zucchini, what I recommend doing, and I'll show you in a moment, is slicing it and then cutting it in half so it doesn't take so long to bake. My zucchini are from my garden, so they're a little bit larger than the kind that you buy at the store. I let them grow a little bit too long, and I cut them in half moons. You can see here how that looks. I've already sliced 2 here and 1 in the bowl, so I'm going to add these to my large bowl. We're going to do the same with our potatoes. I'm using russet because russet is the cheapest, and I just like russet potatoes. But you can also use gold Yukon if you have those. And we're going to keep it at 1/4 inch. That's why I like using a mandolin, because it makes it so that everything is uniform and it'll cook at the same time. If you have really large potatoes, you can go ahead and cut those in half too. Again, watch your fingers. I'm so afraid of this. Even not paying attention for one moment can hurt your fingers. And here are the rest of the potatoes. This is 1 large diced red bell pepper, and I chose red because I think it's the prettiest in this dish, but usually the cheapest is the green one. So if you don't mind that it doesn't have that pop of color, the green also works perfectly. Add that to your bowl, along with 1 diced small onion. This is a red onion, but you can also use yellow onion. That's often cheaper. This is 3/4 cup of nutritional yeast, and I'm putting that directly into the bowl. And if you haven't worked with nutritional yeast before, it's going to give it a bit of a cheesy flavor. Add in 3 minced garlic cloves. You can also press it directly in here, which is what I usually do when my sister isn't helping me. She is such a good mincer. I think I've mentioned that before, but I love having her around to help me. Now I'm adding in 1/4 cup of olive oil. And I'm going to drizzle it all around because we're going to want to make sure that everything is coated with this olive oil. And lastly, I'm going to stir in some panko breadcrumbs. I'm using panko because the panko ones from Walmart are vegan, and the plain ones, I learned the hard way, are not vegan. And this is 1/2 cup. I am going to put the link with the printable recipe down below for you. Now I'm going to mix everything up. I want all of the vegetables coated with both the dry ingredients like the breadcrumbs and the nutritional yeast, as well as the wet ingredient, which was the olive oil. Sometimes it seems a little bit on the drier side, but that's okay, because when it's baking, the vegetables will release moisture and absorb more of those dry ingredients. When I'm mixing, I like to bring my spoon all the way to the bottom and keep turning it. So bring it to the bottom, scoop it up to the top, and continue doing that until everything is covered. And once we transfer it, it'll be another opportunity to give it a mix. This is a deep 9 by 13 inch dish, and I am going to pour it directly in here. Again, this is an opportunity to mix some of the vegetables. So if you see some of your potatoes that are stuck together, you can break them up before adding them in. And if I see any clumps of vegetables that are stuck together, like too many zucchini or too many potatoes, then I'll distribute them in different parts of the pan. Once everything is in the pan, I am going to give it one last mix and make sure that it's evenly spread out. It's really pretty with all the colors, and if you have zucchini growing like I do, right now I'm getting 5 per week, and it's only the beginning of summer. So this is a great way to use up zucchini if you're growing it, or if you find it on sale at the farmer's market or grocery store. I'm now going to bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 200 degrees Celsius, and I am halfway through at 30 minutes, going to give it a mix and then continue baking it for another 30 minutes. I realized I forgot to salt this, so as I am mixing it, I'm gonna add in some salt, and then I am going to do my mixing. And then I'm gonna bake it for 30 more minutes. My zucchini potato casserole is now finished, and I am looking forward to enjoying it. If you have the Plant-Based on a Budget cookbook, it is on page 176. I'm also going to include the link for the printable recipe in the caption. This recipe has been enjoyed by countless people over the years. Between my book, my website, and my friends and family, this has received so many rave reviews, and for good reason. It is very tasty. Just as good as I remembered it to be. I hope you enjoy it as much as my family does. If you decide to make it, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.